Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, obviously, Gary and I are in the truck, and we are headed to town right now.
Yes.
We are going to go pick up some concrete. Got some work to do today.
It's gonna warm up today.
Yeah.
It was a bit brisk this morning.
Oh yeah, the freeze definitely came to the 41.36. That is for sure.
Yep.
The dog's big. It's like a 55-gallon barrel, plastic or cut in half. Yeah, we use that for the dog's water, and it had a big old fat thick sheet of ice over the top of it today.
Yep.
So
I'm happy we did the preventative measures and made sure that none of our pipes froze.
Yep.
Or bursted or anything else like that.
Yeah.
We got water. None of them froze.
The toilet's still flushed this morning.
It was all good.
Yeah.
So makes me happy.
All of that redneckery we did worked out in our favor.
Yes, indeed. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
But today we've got a big task ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
We're going to go get the concrete, like Melanie said, and we're going to get that going and rolling, so that way it can get cured for building everything that we're going to do.
Yeah, our friends are coming out. I got to talk with them again. I'm not sure if they're going to be here tomorrow night or Friday morning, but either way, Friday is when we are planning on building up the well house at a block with them and kind of showing them what we know and letting them get their hands dirty on a smaller scale before they start their big project. Our friends that are coming out is It's All Grady, Denise and Marcel.
Yep.
And they're very awesome, good people. So I'm excited for them to come out this weekend. We've got plans with a bunch of our other YouTuber friends and just, I guess, family out here in this area. We're all going to be getting together for Drew, with Drew's Lens, on Saturday. So we've got a really busy weekend planned. That's kind of why we put off the well house until this weekend, because we knew that our get-together with Drew was going to be that day, and they want to come out for that too. And since they live farther, we tried to coordinate everything with everybody to make this happen and to not be too late for us, but work out on timing for them and everybody and just all the stuff that's going on. So I'm looking forward to having the community build on Friday and then getting together with everybody for some potluck action on Saturday. We'll hang out with Drew and Lindsay and Bobblehead, Mama V, and Ivy's family. We're going to be able to hang out with them too. Big old group of us. We're all going to be getting together.
Heck yeah. It's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Oh yeah. I still don't know what I'm going to make, but I should start thinking about it. I should probably start thinking about what I'm going to bring to the potluck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm voting for something warm.
Right.
I should bring a hot dish. Yeah, I could make some chili. I make really good chili.
Oh, I like it. It's getting to that weather.
Yes.
It's going to be some good pot roast times.
Oh yeah.
Turkey's right around the corner too.
Oh, I can't wait for Turkey Day. I'm getting so excited about the holidays. I feel a whole lot less discouraged this year than I did last year. Last year wasn't bad. I had a great holiday season, and it wasn't so discouraging, but it was just, knowing that we were going to have all the holidays in the trailer and stuff, and I just was stressed out and everything this year. And just honestly, since we've been in the basement, my stress level is gone. I am just so,
Pull from the tarp life or trailer life broke.
Yeah,
And that was our Christmas tree.
Christmas Eve last year, the tarp the pole, this big stick.
That was our Christmas tree.
We'd had it decorated up, made it into a tree for the kids and stuff for a Christmas tree. And literally on Christmas Eve, we had a really nasty windstorm and it knocked over the tree and everything. So we had to scramble Christmas morning and make a frame around it and hold it up. And we told the kids that the Grinch tried to come and steal Christmas from us. We did. I mean, it makes for a good story, but man, in the moment, you could imagine the amount of stress that we were feeling.
Trying to make everything perfect, and then that happens, and you're like,
why?
Why?
Yeah. Stay up all night setting up toys and stuff for the kids, and then to come out of the trailer and the tree's all knocked over and the tarp is all ripped, and it was a shame, but hey.
Good time.
Good memories. You could laugh about it now, but in the moment, it was very stressful. I'm very excited to know that this year we're not going to have any of those kinds of problems. It'll be nice and toasty warm inside the basement. Our tree should be safe this year.
Man, dude. Some good times though, man.
Yeah,
we can definitely sit back and laugh about it now.
Good memories, man. Good memories. Kids talk about it still too. Remember last year when the Grinch tried to steal our Christmas tree? I was like, yes, baby, I remember. I don't think I'll ever forget that, honey.
Oh man.
Good times. Good times.
Yes.
Well, we are almost in Booneville, and you guys did leave some amazing questions for us on the main channel. How'd you guys like that video? You guys like it? We were getting together all of the things that we needed to do to make sure that everything stayed nice and warm and insulated. We took care of that pinhole in the roof.
Yep.
And you guys had a lot of questions and brought up some good points, so we thought that today we would take the time to address them. I do got my handy dandy notebook, and I wrote down some of the things. Now, I didn't name anybody because I just picked out all the questions that had been asked multiple times. So the very first question we will start with is where to get our hats. So lots of you guys have been seeing us busting out the winter wear, and you guys are loving our beanies, and I want to thank you guys so much for all the love. And I regret to inform you that as of this time, we don't have any for sale at the moment. We actually had these made last year, so that way we can have some for some giveaways, and I was thinking about setting up a place where you guys could purchase them. And we got busy building the basement, and I never actually set it up. But I did give away a bunch of hats and giveaways during live streams. So since they are kind of back, and by popular demand, you guys are demanding you want one, I'm going to make that happen sometime very soon. And I'm going to place another order for some. And this next live stream that we have, I will be giving one away. So if you guys want a chance to get one like early before anybody else, stick out for our next live stream, which will be the very first week of each month, and we're going to do it on a Wednesday. So the next one's going to be the first week of November. It's the Wednesday, and it's going to be at 3 o'clock from 3 to 4. So we'll make sure to put up something on online, so that way you guys can get notified about it, and you guys can hit the reminder button so you guys won't miss that live stream. We got a lot planned for that live stream. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And again, we're going to be giving away some hats, maybe some stickers, and just some cool stuff. Make it really interactive for you guys.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. And I do plan on setting up some sort of small merch shop or something, because right now all of our merch is all on Bonfire, which is great. I love Bonfire. But when we have specialty items that we have made, you know, you can't really sell it on there because all of the items on there are made by them. So that's kind of how that one goes.
We tried finding a place where we can just order them and then have you guys just purchase them through them, but
like a drop ship or something. But
yeah, the brim beanies are a little special. They're harder to find with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you could find regular beanies all day long, but the ones with the brim on it, I mean, it's a specialty thing. It's kind of become, me and Gary have been wearing hats like these in the winter for a decade longer.
Yep.
It's kind of our thing.
I like them. Keeps the sun out of your eye. You're not having to, try to find a hat that's small enough or thin enough, or a beanie that's big enough that you put over your hat.
Yeah, you don't.
I used to do that all the time.
I know, you were working out on the mountain, and I mean, sometimes you're cold, your head is cold, but then the sun is shining, and then you get blinded. And,
yep. I tried to do whatever I could, and then I seen these, I was all, yep.
I know, Gary
Perfect.
brought me back one. Mine was the green one that I used to wear all the time, and Gary just had a plain black one. And I still have that beanie. I've had it for 10 years. But now we just wear our stuff because it's our stuff, and shameless self-promotion, Shameless. So there's that question. The next question that we got is, why don't we put in like a pellet stove or a wood-burning stove? Why are we just going to use and count and rely on electricity to heat our basement this winter?
So I've looked into it. I was trying to figure out if we had enough room to where I could put a pellet stove in the basement and then just tee into the one upstairs, basically, and where it lines up and everything else, and how we would have to place it just wouldn't work out functionally, or feng shuially for either upstairs or downstairs. So I was like, nope, you know what, it's whatever, and we don't have to worry about burning heat, but we do have to get that whole generator set up to where we can start a generator if the power goes out.
Yeah, we still have to do that with the electricity, have that, the kicker switch.
Yes.
To where if the power goes out, we can just flip the switch and then have the generator plugged in. We didn't forget. It's just another one of those things. I wasn't planning on catching shingles. I wasn't planning on being out for a couple of weeks and leaving it up to Gary for, running the Gary show and stuff, but it is what it is. But it definitely, moving into the basement and then me getting sick right away, it kind of put us back a little bit, although it was kind of nice. I mean, if it had to get sick, that was the perfect timing to get sick. At least I had a comfy place to recover in. But all that being said, it did kind of skew us a little bit, but now we are, as you guys can tell throughout our videos and stuff, we're getting back on track again, so.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
But we didn't forget, that is something that we have to do. But
Yes.
Right now the basement is being heated by 2 or 3 actually, of those little box heater fan things.
Yep.
And believe it or not, even with all of this freezing temperatures that we're experiencing, where it's, 26 degrees outside, the basement is still staying at about 65 degrees.
Yes.
So it's not too bad. And I know that once we get the electric fireplace in, which hopefully we'll be able to pick up this weekend.
No. Well, once we get the insulation in,
yeah, the insulation on the roof is the big
that's
one.
going to make a huge difference.
Game
Where those
changer.
3 little fans, I have a feeling we could knock them down to low and we'd be fine.
Probably. I mean, the basement being underground, it's really maintaining.
Yes, as long as
So-
it can, keep heat in, because heat rises and everything.
Water expands. Yep. So, we do have plans, and it's coming soon. It's coming soon. We can only take things one day at a time.
Yes.
Okay, so another question, we got a couple more. Another question was, why not make the well house bigger? Why are we only making it a 5x5?
So,
And you do know that the blocks are going to take up some of that space.
correct.
Right.
Yes. So the biggest thing is with the well, the only thing inside that well is literally that pump inside the well down below. That's 110 feet or 20 feet down there or whatever.
Yeah,
And
somewhere in there.
it's not really going to overheat like what people think. It's got cold water down there, so it's constantly cooling itself, and it's not going to really burn itself out the way that we have it running and everything else. And when it does burn out, we can always remove the roof and escape it that way, or it's not really on a solid pipe, that's going 120 feet down. It's PEX pipe, and it does curve, so you'd be able to pull it out of the actual door opening.
Yeah.
And if we have to bring it up and through the thing, just take out the roof itself, and it's not going to be a huge deal or anything.
Yeah, a
there's no
few
filter.
screws.
Yeah, there's no filters in there. There's no above ground pump or anything else like that, to where those things you would have to constantly maintain it. You would have to constantly be in there. Where this is, if anything, we have to go in there and mess around once every 5 to 10 years, and that's it.
Yeah.
And if we have to remove the roof, so be it. It's not going to be a huge deal. All it is literally that little water tank and that pump and all the
All we
hoses.
need is for it not to freeze in there and keep the water flowing.
Correct.
And you know what? And if later on down the road, if we're wrong, we will admit that we're wrong. We'll eat our words and we will fix it better. But as of right now, this is what we want to do. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And
The well over by camp is a small little one,
Yeah.
and it's even got a little filter in there, and it's worked out perfectly fine for the last 2 years. So.
it's never froze.
Nope. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with our choice on that one.
Me too. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to build with our friends. I think it's going to work out perfectly. This freeze that we're having right now is kind of a fluke thing. It's not really supposed to be freezing temperatures like this until the end of October, beginning of November. And it is going to be warmed right back up by this weekend. So, it really was just a fluke.
Yeah. Everybody across the United States that are having record-breaking everything.
Yeah.
Like record-breaking heat in the west, record-breaking cold during this time over on the east, and everything else. I don't know about the north, but
Polar vortex. Another question that was brought up is the zip tape. Why don't we just put the zip tape over the seams for the Advantech board on the top where our roof/flooring is?
Yeah.
Why did I bother painting it when the painting allowed for there to be a pinhole? And why don't we just put tape over those seams? Wouldn't tape be a better idea to secure it and make sure?
on paper, it sounds like a great idea. I did test it just before we did anything else, and it didn't stick nearly as good to the actual Advanced Tech board as it did to, like, say, the Zip System board or any other pieces of plywood. And I think that it was because of the actual seal, or like the sealant that they had on the top coat and everything.
For the Advanced Tech, yeah.
For the Advanced Tech, that it didn't want to adhere the best way. But the taping it itself, you'll always have that bulge and everything. And being it that it's on a, you know, a horizontal aspect, not a vertical, if you pull up water or anything else, I have a feeling that that tape would have definitely, no matter how well I try to stick it to, probably find its way underneath that tape one way or another.
Possibly.
Which is why we caulked it and then painted it and everything with the Apox acrylic, or the latex paint itself. It's like a rubberized paint itself. So the whole coating, it's all even. You're not going to have that bulge, as well as if we do end up having any bulge or anything, I have to go with the planer. I'm not having a tape gunking up my planer or anything else. So that's where we looked at it. Trust me, we definitely tested it out and seen before we started messing with it. And it's just a temporary thing. It's not a roof, but we're trying to make it to where it is a roof. I will
say,
right now.
You know, it did really great in that rainstorm that we had, having like the most tiniest little drip, and that being it. I feel secure that it's going to work for us through the seasons. We don't get a whole lot of snow out here either.
No.
I think we get maybe 3-4 inches maximum, you know, each year in our area. This year, being that, you know, it's a colder year, etc., where I expect it to be more this year. But the thing that we really get in our area is ice.
Yes.
So, and I know that that can cause issue, but I guess mine and Gary's perspective is we're going to deal with it as it comes, you know. We're just going to
try to sweep it off and clean up everything on that top floor, everything, every single day whenever it does ice or snow or anything else like that, then that way it stays nice and clean at all times. And I'm scared of plastic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I bumped it.
Molding and rotting of wood that we have seen that is rotted and molded, treated wood real quick in a matter of like 2 months.
So did you guys see the video where we were taking the laundry tent, and like all of us, the kids and everything, we all lifted it up and we walked away with it? And if you see in that video, if you look, we did have a tarp over all of the oh my gosh, my pallets, that's the word I was looking for, over all the pallets. Well, in the areas where the pallets were covered with tarp, they molded and rotted so fast, like rotten to the core, man, where you barely even step on it.
Stand on them.
Yeah, they just break.
I kept breaking every little one.
They crumble.
I was like, no, this isn't good.
So we're really definitely afraid of putting any kind of tarp or plastic or anything over the top of that, because we've seen what happened so quickly in the laundry room and also over at camp when we first had tarp over it. It was a big mistake we didn't realize, and we underestimated humidity. You know, being from the desert, that's what we would do in the desert to keep snakes from coming up and to keep it flat and stuff, and it wouldn't cause a problem.
And to keep the sun from beating it up like no tomorrow.
Exactly. And so we kind of took like our desert skills and brought them out here, and we're quickly finding that some of the stuff you do in the desert will not.
You want the air to dry it out.
So
do its thing.
We're not going to be doing any kind of plastic or anything over the top of, you know, the basement roof flooring. And another thing to keep note of is that Gary and I are not taking the winter off. We are going to be building throughout from now until it's finished building. We do have an order of operations on which we wish to complete our projects.
Yes.
And we are taking it a little bit like, you know, I'm still healing and stuff. And so we are taking it day by day as we have to, and we're definitely minimizing our stress level about it, because we are living in a little bit more comfort, you know, with flushing toilets and having a little bit more space and whatnot. So we are not going to be stressing ourselves, but we are not giving up. We're not stopping building. We will continue to be working throughout the winter. The next big project, you know, we're gonna be working on the well house, and then we got some things we have to finish up inside the basement as far as finishing that bathroom and doing like the window and door frame. We got to insulate the whole roof ceiling in there. And then after that, the basement is done, and we can essentially start working on Gary's garage.
Yes.
When Gary's garage is finished, that's when we're going to start working on the cabin up there. I don't think that Gary's garage is going to take us too long to do. I mean, tomorrow by noon, right? So I don't think it's going to take us too long, but I do think that we will start working on the cabin before the end of this year. But again, I mean, it really just depends on what life throws at us. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. We are very optimistic, and that's our plan. But you know, we're just again taking it day by day and doing the best that we can each day. So that's pretty much all of the questions that we had today. There was a few more, but I didn't have time to write everything down. I'm going to do a little bit better tomorrow, and I think that's pretty much all the time we want to spend on them today anyway. We did, as you can tell, a truck stopped a little while ago. We're parked right now. We got to do some things here in town. We will be recording a video today. I've got some stuff recorded from yesterday, and compiling it all. I'll edit it all up, and you guys will have it on our main channel tomorrow. So look forward to that.
I'm excited. We're going to be getting a lot done today.
Oh yeah, a lot. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys ever have any other questions or anything that you guys want to know about, you know, if there's ever anything, even if it's not questions like why are you doing this, why aren't you doing that, even if it's just any kind of question or topic that you would like for us to talk about, drop it down in the comments section. We love to hear from you guys, and we love your suggestions.
Yes.
So if there's anything that you would like for me to film or, you know, whatever, let us know. So I want to thank you guys again for watching today's video, and hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.